Right, so today we are back cringing at more nice girls. So let's just jump straight into it. All right, first up, suggested a date, got a lecture. You suggested drinks equal to coffee or museum. I said coffee because at least I like drinking coffee. I don't drink alcohol, so meeting for non-alcoholic drinks in a bar seems like a waste of time. Plus, bars don't have good energy. And while I like museums, I consider them lame for a first date. What? What a lame take. There is literally no better way of spending the afternoon than walking around the Natural History Museum with a tea or a coffee or a hot chocolate with whipped cream and marshmallows. Oh my goodness, same with hikes or walks. I mean, I kind of get hikes. That's quite intense for a first date. And also, could get murdered in the mountains. Or eaten by a bear. But for all the reasons you can have for not liking them, being lame is surely not one of them. No investment, bare minimum. Nothing attractive about that. Oh, it's about the money. I want a guy who I can't stop thinking about after our first date. Sorry to be this direct, but a woman shouldn't tell a guy what to do for a date. I think we should just skip it. No big deal. Start differently with a new person. Ha! Bullet dodged. If all you want is an expensive dinner, you should just say so. Cheers. Yeah, that line sealed it. No investment. She just wants someone to spend a lot of money on her for the first date. I never understood the whole going to like a fancy restaurant for a first date. The whole point in a coffee or a walk or something is so that if 5 minutes in you're like, this person is really weird or we don't vibe well at all, you can be like, gotta go. But imagine sitting down, ordering a 250 3-course meal, and then realising, you're like, I am stuck here for at least an hour with a guy that eats as slow as me, and more like 3. The idea of it is so unappealing to me. But I fear this woman wants the fancy dinner regardless of who she sat opposite. What do the comments say? I wonder why people are so against coffee or other simple dates for a first date. It's meant to be a low investment and for you to get to know each other because you're thinking about we while the other side is thinking about me. It's not deeper than that, unfortunately. Well said, says OP. And it is just so obvious. I want a guy I can't stop thinking about after our first date. Why could you not be left feeling like that after speaking to them? Why do they have to spend a lot of money first? I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? They don't want to be thinking about how lovely their personality was. They want to be sat there going, he is so rich. My perfect guy. Just one giant box and it's either ticked or it's not. It's so depressing. Well, at least he found out where her priorities lie before the first date. All right, next. Was having a nice chat about our travels and then I asked her out in a non-assertive way. So anyway, how about we share our travel stories and get to know each other over some dinner or drink sometime soon? I usually only date Eastern European men because they're more assertive. I would never answer a yes to sometime soon. Wishing you the best of luck with your dating goals in 2026. The standards are just, they're so insanely precise. Fair enough if you prefer someone to be a bit more assertive. I mean, he did straight up just ask you out for dinner or drinks. But okay, he didn't put a time on it. You would rather he put a time on it. That's enough to make you crash out like this. I would never date someone who asked me out sometime soon. It's like they've written a novel in their head of their perfect person and the perfect way for them to meet. And if anyone deviates from any of that just slightly, they just cut them off straight away. And then they wonder why they're single on dating apps and they can't find anyone. It's because your standards are so stupidly high. And I mean, some men will be desperate enough so that they read that message and like, oh, I'm sorry, let's go out next Tuesday. But I'm glad this person had the self-respect and the awareness to be like, I'm getting out of here. And they're very respectful about it as well. Fair play to them. Sorry, bud, you didn't dance and prance around her like a monkey in the right way that she likes. How dare you? I only date Eastern European men. Well, she's on a dating site, so I'm guessing they don't date her trifling ass. Trifling is such a funny word. My apologies, I didn't realise I was talking to a lady. We're doing anal tonight. Now that is assertive. Crazy because I actively avoid the kind of men she's talking about. All right, next. That's a first. All right, he liked her photo. Who's your friend? My brother. In the first pic. Is he single? Seriously? He's married. Sorry to disappoint. Oh, okay, I guess you'll do. Whoa, sorry, that is not a way to get started. Good luck out there. Thumbs up. Oh, we've got one of these weird negging people that is going the dating coach line, but the other way around. This approach comes up so much in the Nice Guys subreddit, but it's rare you see it from a woman. I think she's trying to be funny. It didn't land. Yeah, that works better when things are more established. I mean, again, might be a joke, not worth finding out. Oh, OP commented as well. PSA to everyone saying I should have played along. I'm not catering to the masses nor desperate. If something doesn't land well, in my opinion, I'm not bothered about letting it go. You dodged a bullet, my dude. Like, can you imagine spending the rest of your relationship just being like, she wanted my brother first. She literally preferred him, and the only reason it didn't go that way is because he's married. I mean, he may very well have rejected her anyway, but I was the backup option on slide 1. All right, next up, the bullet that dodged itself. Black Heart, how are you today? I'm good, and you? Chilling. I spent most of the day lazing in bed. Now I'm up cleaning a bit. The usual. Lol, nice. I'm lazy right now. Blech, I want a drink. Hate being brokey. Send me some beer. Sad face, laughing emoji. No, you send me beer. Lol, I'm broke too. Signed up for plasma donation today. K, what a gentleman. Bye. She met her match. She found someone equal to her and recoiled in disgust. He held a mirror up to her financial situation and she gagged. These are the craziest ones, by the way. Like, not even come out for an expensive drink with me. Just straight up send me food or send me alcohol or like buy my groceries or pay my rent or my electricity bill. These are the nuttiest ones. Because it's like, why am I investing this money? And I'm not even spending time with you. You could be sending the exact same message to 10 dudes right now and I'd have no idea. And she was so rude about it as well. I'm broke. I'm also broke. F you. Oh, she's possibly an alcoholic too. I know from experience those kind of girls can be the messiest situations. She's 100% actually desperate here and not just messing around. She's trying to manipulate the entire time and only wants alcohol and wants it now. Wow, OP's really out here humbling beggars, keeping alcoholics sober and selling plasma. She really missed out on a catch. He might have dodged a bullet, but she missed a good one. All right, next. I didn't think girls like this actually existed. So what time on Tuesday? Like 3 or so? Remember, I stay in Mill Valley, so you'd have to scoot me from here. That's good, right? I just wanted to do a few spots at the Corte Madera shopping village and then the city. Of course, for the dispensary and the rest that they don't carry in Marin. I did not understand a lot of that. But okay, she wants to go shopping. Also, just so we're clear before we meet, do you expect me to pay for all of this? Or do you just want to go shopping together? I got to do some Christmas shopping as well. Dude, the date is you taking me shopping. We've been over this. It's my Christmas gift. Don't know why you'd expect or think it'd be up to me to pay for it. Yeah, never had a man agree to take me on a shopping date and then assume I'd be paying. That's just real weird. Like, am I the man or you? LMAO. So 3 is the earliest you can pick me up on Tuesday? Alright, yeah, fair enough. You've got a $70 allowance. 70? Stop playing with me. The weed order is $200 on its own. Yeah, I'm good. You've got to be kidding me. Like $70? That's gotta be a joke. Yeah, fair enough. If you want more, get a job. Oh, how are you gonna be ugly and broke? Pick a struggle. I deal with men who take me shopping and give me $2,500 in cash. You're just so dirty and broke to me. Clearly you're at rock bottom. If you can't afford it, shut the fuck up, loser. Oh, so sweet. Thank you. And they're in green. Did they get blocked? Is that how it works? And then unblocked when she sent this. You're the ugliest POS on the side of the road. How are you going to be ugly and broke? Get a high-paying job, loser. I'll talk to no one who makes less than $500k a year, bum ass. LMAO, my last boyfriend's gave me 15 grand a month. Crazy how I'm lone in between us who has more money than you. Embarrassing. You're like get your money up, bum. Oh, she is fuming. Wait, she was getting 15 grand a month given to her and she didn't save any for a rainy day. Fiscally irresponsible, it really is. You're mad because I won't give you money. That's wild. My job is getting spoiled, loser. I'm not an ugly man who has to go out and work like you. I get literally 15 to 20 grand a month just from existing. You're not valuable like that, though. Watch your fucking mouth. You can't even afford to touch me. Ugly bitch. Well, to each their own. I'm glad you have that much value. Again, admirably stoic response to someone absolutely cooking him. I guess he doesn't value her or her opinion, so I can't hurt her that much, but still, you gotta admire the restraint. Broke women demanding money from men or they'll be called broke is always so funny. I'm a tour guide, and while I was doing a bachelorette party, this guy came around asking all of us for $5 to catch the bus. We all said we didn't have cash, and he said, broke bums, all of you. You're the one asking for money, dude. Damn. Why aren't you still with that 15 to 20 grand guy then? Again, that is another nice girls subreddit classic. Just like, oh, you won't pay for this expensive meal or take me out shopping or send me free food or whatever? You're broke as hell and I've got 5 other guys sending me millions of pounds per month. I'm not going to waste my time with you. And it's like, well, where are they then? Go and message them. What are you trying to scrounge off me for? It's similar to the nice guys subreddit when they get rejected and they're like, oh, well, I didn't even find you attractive anyway, you ugly hoe. I had sex with 9 beautiful women last night. And it's like, okay, bro, good for you. Just go back to them then. I get 15 to 20k a month. That's why I have no car and need you to buy my weed. I guess it's all perspective. If a guy asked me on a date to do some Christmas shopping, I would assume he meant that he wanted to go shopping together, but pay for our own stuff. Congrats, you're normal. Alright, next. How to ruin years of friendship in an instant 101. Hey, how are you? Where have you vanished? Hey, pretty good. Work's been busy. What's up? Manager and all. I was wondering if you wanted to catch up for drinks this week. As if. Sounds good. Sunday works? Yes, we can call it a date. Yeah, no lol. Do you want to be put in the no-no square? Why not? You do know I'm seeing someone, right? Yeah, but you're not dating, right? I'll be honest, I've kind of been thinking about you since you hugged me at the funeral. What? Damn, Chaz from Wedding Crashers was right.
Funerals are insane. The chicks are so horny, it's not even fair.
I knew that sleazeball was onto something. Anyway, I've not been feeling great lately. I really think going out with you will help me get better. Am I being selfish? You there? Sorry if I overstepped. I understand you're grieving and I would definitely love to be there for you as a friend, but this ain't it. I know, but my point is, you being with her isn't public knowledge. With me, it won't be the case. You won't have to hide. And I know how you hugged me. My other friends hugged me too, but it wasn't like how you did. I could feel the difference. I really want to go out and feel better. My mental state is all fucked up since my dad's passing. Don't leave me on red. Damn, using your dad's passing to guilt your friend who's already in a relationship to date you. That is so dark. Again, I'm really sorry for your loss, but please don't use it as an excuse to cook up stories in your mind. I'm uncomfortable continuing this conversation. I'll end it here. I'm not using it as an excuse. I really thought you would understand. Don't be like that. Ugh, you know what? The others were right about you. You really are selfish and only think about yourself. Here we are again with the silent treatment. You there? I really don't want to lose you as a friend. Wow, what an absolutely nuts exchange. Oh, there's way more context. Wow. I've known this woman for 10 years and there was literally zero romantic build up to this. It's always been platonic between us. I'm really frustrated. Not because she asked me out on a date. I understand she wants a change of pace. But more so because she thought using her father's death to guilt trip me would work. Insane. And the disrespect on your current romantic relationship as well. A 10-year relationship as well. Crazy. Edit, I see a lot of people saying I should cut her some slack because she's grieving or that I'm being a dick, so here's some context. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I did think the yeah, no, lol was a little brutal. And that was before I found out her dad had died. Yeah, actually looking at the responses, they were a little bit cold. But I mean, he is in a relationship and she knows that. She's being weird and disrespectful. Can't really blame him for being like, no, I'm shutting this down pretty quickly here. Could technically have been nicer, but let's find out the full context. Alright, so we've known each other for over 10 years, but that doesn't mean we're best friends close. We generally only talk every few weeks and meet every few months. Her father passed in June 2025. Since then, I kept the door open for her to talk to me when she felt low. I added her to my Discord so she could hang out with my friends and watch movies, play games, listen to music, or just talk as a distraction. My friends and I have listened to her vent for hours when she needed it. She's actually had more one-on-one calls with them than with me. I've also done a lot of kind things for her without thinking much of it, which I now think she misread as signs. Regarding manipulation/outburst, I won't say it isn't completely out of the blue. One of her exes broke up with her, partly because she would many times play the victim. Never happened with me though. Lastly, the girl I'm seeing, we haven't announced it yet because it's only been 5 or 6 months and we're being cautious due to a complicated shared history. Only my friends in the Discord server, including her, know about it. She's well aware my girl and I are doing our best to make the relationship work. I'll maybe talk to her somewhere down the line, but I won't deny this won't have a lasting impression on our friendship. Alright, what do the comments say? Damn, I can't imagine telling a friend he sucks for not cheating with me on his girlfriend. Called him selfish of all this. Lol. An interesting tactic I've noticed back when I was dating nice girls is exactly what she's done here. X and Y were right about you. There's always an attack made via some sort of proxy participants who quite often haven't said the things that the nice guy is claiming. Yeah, I noticed that too. They pretend that your friends or people you know have been talking shit about you. Yeah, it's kind of like a 2-in-1 because you're being called something horrible and finding out it's coming from someone else behind your back. And the person saying it to you gets off because they're not saying something, they're just going, oh, these other people were right. This is a very evil tactic. The explicit, I think using you will make me feel better is wild. Like absolutely not even pretending that she sees him as a person at all. My other friends hugged me, but it wasn't how you did. Is it just me or is that a really weird thing to say? If she was at a funeral and obviously grieving badly and he gave her a hug to comfort her, how is any possible way for that to come off as romantically or a hint? But yeah, obviously it's going to be a deep emotional hug. Your dad just died. Well, finally time to kick her out the Discord server. Alright, next. Girl on Hinge shared her bare minimum checklist. 20 points! Oh my goodness. Okay. Bare minimum. Loves me more. Nice. Right off the bat, just going like, oh, if we get into a relationship, I'm not going to love you as much as you're going to love me. Or at least I'm going to try really hard for that to be the case because that's what I want. Number 2, 200k plus salary. Number 3, generous straight after the salary. Like, big hint, she wants you to be generous with your salary. Number 4, likes the finer things. Number 5, emotionally intelligent. 6, chivalrous. 7, fun. 8, my friends and family love him. Timely, sticks to everything he says. Confident, sexually disciplined. Wants to level up / support my career. Not a mama's boy, taller than me, smart. Kind, tries hard, fights for me, wants to protect me even if we're divorced, like a real class, honourable person. Okay, I mean, these started off quite extreme. some of them are okay and some of them are just weird. Like Not a Mama's Boy. We've seen The Mother-in-Laws from Hell. That's a valid thing to try and avoid. Confident, timely, fun, chivalrous, emotionally intelligent, all fine. And you know what? Enjoying the finer things? Okay. 200,000 salaries is making the dating pool very narrow off the rip. Taller than me and like smart, kind, tries hard, fights for me, all valid as well. But wants to protect me even if we're divorced. This has definitely come from personal experience, hasn't it? She's definitely divorced someone and then been like, oh, why aren't they fighting for me? Why aren't they fighting to give me at least half? Why aren't they still taking me to fancy restaurants and trying really hard and complimenting me and taking me out for other nice dates? And it's like, you guys are divorced. Why would he still want to be protecting you? Your interests are no longer aligned. You're splitting up. You're parting ways. Maybe I'm being too critical there. She could just be like, hey, let's say, for example, we get married, things go south, we amicably get a divorce. I still want you to be, to care about me. We got married, we were in love once. I still want you to be like, hey, I don't want to absolutely ruin your life just because we split up. I still care about your health and safety and physical and mental well-being. I want someone that's going to show class and honour even after a potentially messy breakup. If that's what she's saying, that's valid. I actually don't hate most of these. I just think the first couple are a red flag, and also having a list of 20 as a bare minimum thing to just send as a text is another big red flag. What do the comments say? Point 20 really takes the cake. This can't be real. Already knows the divorce is coming. 200k salary, divorce, profit, not mad about it. Yeah, actually I forgot about the salary link to that one being like, oh yeah, I want us to be able to get divorced and you be like, oh, you can still have a house and a nice car and be able to afford nice holidays forever and ever and ever. Yeah, maybe that should have sent more gold digger alarm bells ringing in my head than it did. This is definitely a girl with TikTok propaganda and LMFAO. She'll end up choosing the 6'5" felon Giga Chad, who meets none of the criteria on the list. The list is only for those who are unattractive. Actually, to be fair, I'm surprised the height requirement wasn't on there. Just taller than me. Out of a list of 20 on a nice girls subreddit, I would have thought like a 6'5" or like a biceps bigger than my head would be on it, but no. What the fuck is sexually disciplined? I asked her, still waiting for an answer. That one I kind of got. I was assuming she meant like, oh, if you're in the mood and I'm not, I don't want you to be like bothering me about it. I want you to be able to be like, oh, in that case, don't worry about it. And also maybe not being the type of guy to cheat, not being like, oh, I'm in this club and this girl I find really attractive is all over me and oh, I can't control myself. I'm too into it. I really want to sleep with her. And then he sleeps with her and cheats. A sexually disciplined person would be like, no, not interested. Essentially just having the ability to overpower the urges with your brain rather than just thinking with your dick. Yeah, I think that one's valid. Again, if that's what she means. Oh, okay, again, maybe I'm giving her too much credit. It means she has to pay all her bills and spend his money on her and not expect sex in return. In other words, she refuses to put out. So she essentially just wants a friend who's going to buy her nice things and take her nice places. I think a lot of these terms are vague enough where you could read it in an optimistic way, in a benefit of the doubt, generous way, but I think it appears it would be naive to do so. Oh, this is what I was curious about. I love doing the math on these. US male population age 16 to 85. 200 million. Who earn over 200k? About 10 million. Wow, that's still a lot. Fair enough. 5% being generous. Who are single, 3 million, 30% again being generous. Now let's assume conservatively that about 50% of men meet any given one of her other criteria. That's still 0.5 to the power of 19 probability that any single man has all of those qualities, or 0.0000019%. Would that be true? I do feel like if you have some of these, like if you're fun and emotionally intelligent, you're more likely to be chivalrous. And if you're smart, kind, and fun, your friends and family will probably love him. And again, maybe I'm being generous here, but I feel like over half of men would have a lot of those traits. But anyway, let's go with this just out of curiosity. So of the eligible bachelors aged 18 to 65 in the US who make over 200k, there are at best about 5 to 6 men who meet all her criteria. Oh, and statistically, at least one of them is probably gay. I mean, I think she'd be fine with that because then she still gets the money and there's no sexual interest at all. If kind is 17th on your list for what you want in a partner, you should reevaluate yourself. And what is she offering in return? Who even knows? However, given I've offered you this video, if you'd like to offer me something in return, please hit that subscribe button. It's free, it only takes a second. I'd really appreciate it. And it means that the next time I do a nice girls video or a nice guys video or something like this, you can catch it as soon as it's out. Unless, of course, you can't afford it, you bum. It's free. I got 5 other guys right now that will hit subscribe if you don't. I'm flipping the roles again. I'm the beggar again. Please subscribe. All right, you know what? That was pathetic. I'm ending this video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.